Hello guys, and I thought, why not talk about something really beautiful today? For example, how we play battleship bingo with Russian warships. And it is not just beautiful, it is very symbolic. Why? Because for centuries, Russia created the myth of its invincible Black Sea Navy. And look at it now, the majority of warships are underwater, upgraded to submarines. You all remember this beautiful phrase, Russian warship go. You can continue that in your homes. That will be sweet to my Ukrainian heart. YouTube is too sensitive, but we all understand that. Now we repeat this phrase to all of the Russian Black Sea Navy. Let me remind you the most important victories of Ukrainian armed forces and Ukrainian marine drones in this aquatorium and why it is one of the miracles of this war, from an ordinary Ukrainian perspective. My name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. Russia is known for creating myths. And Ukraine is known for debunking this Russian myth. And one of the most effectively debunked ones is about the invincible Black Sea Navy. And you may find in the reports of renowned NATO officials, ministers of defense of different countries, that what we did in the aquatorium of the Black Sea is a true miracle, taking into account limited Ukrainian resources, but focusing on Ukrainian creativity and our marine drones. Well, and modified Neptune missiles, which are ours, and we are fortunately allowed to target them whenever we feel needed. Ukrainians always choose targets good, military targets. We're not orcs. Please accept that. So anyway, we all remember the start of Russian full-scale war with the attack of Warship Mosa on Ukrainian Snake Island and the brave answer of our border control. And now, apart from this renowned phrase that sent Russian warship where it belongs, we also know that Warship Mosa itself is underwater feeding Black Sea fishes. And there are many other. Actually, there is already a huge underwater fleet. If you think that I am Ukrainian and I am subjective, look, for example, at the situation with trade in the Black Sea. Do you remember how at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of summer, we were all worried, we were looking for the support of Turkey or other countries to negotiate grain deal? Do we need it now? No. Do you know why? Yes, because the majority of the evil ships that were patrolling, blocking the trade and movement through the aquatorium of the Black Sea are neutralized by Ukrainians. And what were Russian warships doing actually in the Black Sea? Lots of evil things typical for Russian invaders. First of all, they helped troops to land on the territory of Ukraine. Second, they were blocking trade and free movement. Third, they were, and that's one of the worst things they did, they were targeting missiles on Ukraine. They were used as platforms for missile systems and caused lots of deaths and destructions all over Ukraine because missiles travel really quickly from warships in the aquatorium of the Black Sea. And also they were patrolling Russian bases, Russian supplies, and the very famous Kerch Bridge that soon will be on fire. Why? Because they don't have ships left to patrol around this Kerch Bridge. Remember to subscribe if you're new. Half of the people watching the videos are not subscribed. This is the best way to demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine and democratic world, help promote Ukrainian information, and witness sometime soon our happy vlog on the destruction of Kerch Bridge. And there are different kinds of vessels that were destroyed by us. Once again, using modified Neptune missiles produced in Ukraine and also using marine drones, which is huge. And I like reading about the special operations of Ukrainian drones and the way they are organized and how smart they target engine department, something else, and so on. Just this week, we damaged 3 of their ships, landing ships, huge landing ships. These are all hundreds of millions of dollars, and I cannot even count how much Russia lost in the Black Sea. I think it's more than $1 billion already, and taking into account the poverty of this largest in the world country that still needs more territories to share its misery with them. Well, like, that's a huge loss. But what is worse, not the money. You cannot build vessels that quickly. It will take decades. With sanctions, it may become impossible. And we see that more and more, even of operating Russian vessels, escape to Novorossiysk, where they belong. And I have to speak about this great mistake of Ukraine that allowed Russian Black Sea Navy to stay in Sevastopol after the collapse of Soviet Union. And of course, it was not without the help of Russian spies and Russia-bought politicians. Be careful of that. They are also present in your countries, so please try to smell that, because this is dangerous for shaking the democracy and causing troubles that we experience right now. And another important cherry on the top is the destruction of the headquarters of Russian Black Sea Navy in Sevastopol, which was super symbolic. And perhaps they've lost the head of the Black Sea Navy there, because he does not appear anywhere. And you know, Russians, they never comment the deaths of their top generals. They have also substituted the head of the Black Sea Navy, oh, not the Black Sea Navy, but all Russian Federation Navy, after this series of destructions of their ships. But that won't help. That won't help, because all of them are angry, blind, irrational orcs. I know some will say I'm dehumanizing them, but guys, they do dehumanize themselves when they target missiles on Ukraine, when they start this invasion, when they cross Ukrainian border. And I'm sure, like, you agree with me, because we have a very beautiful community on the channel. And let me know what are the other topics you would like me to discuss here. Remember about this very good argument to those who doubt or those who want to stop the support of Ukraine. We are really close to our victory, and Russia is losing, and the Black Sea is underwater. And it's not an underwater fleet. It was different. And remember to join me on Instagram. I'm active there and share more about my life in Ukraine. Also, I'm present on X, Threads, and we have a beautiful Discord community, same as we have a beautiful merch shop with lots of good products that work well as conversation starters. But most important, I'm very grateful for your support, for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons, for your advice, for your questions, for your attention to Ukraine. And I know that united we will win. Slava Ukraini!